Hey Los Blancos fans, welcome back. Today, we'll be discussing Florentino Perez's reported interest in Inter Milan's defensive star, the latest on Kylian Mbappé, after some interesting comments from his former teammate, the upcoming El Clásico. That could decide the La Liga title and much more. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily Madrid updates. Let's dive right in. Our first big story today concerns some exciting transfer news. According to reports from Defensa Central, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez has been captivated by Inter Milan center-back Alessandro Bastoni and is determined to bring him to the Bernabeu this summer. The 26-year-old Italian international has been outstanding for Inter this season, making 50 appearances across all competitions, scoring once and providing 5 assists. His performances in the Champions League have been particularly impressive, playing a crucial role in Inter's semi-final victory over Barcelona, which has earned them a place in the final against PSG later this month. Sources close to the club suggest that Perez was very focused on the Champions League semi-final between Inter and Barcelona, specifically to watch Bastoni in action. The defender certainly didn't disappoint, further cementing Perez's admiration. However, securing Bastoni's signature won't come cheap. Inter Milan are reportedly unwilling to entertain offers below $100 million, which is approximately $85 million. The Italian giants are in a strong negotiating position, as Bastoni's contract at San Siro runs until June 2028. Real Madrid have reportedly been monitoring Bastoni for several seasons, but his performances during the 2024-25 campaign have convinced the club to finally make their move during the upcoming transfer window. Bastoni joined Inter from Atalanta back in 2017 and has since made 251 appearances, scoring 5 goals and providing 23 assists. His ball-playing abilities and defensive intelligence make him an ideal fit for Real Madrid's style of play. Moving on to our second story, which involves our new star forward Kylian Mbappé, and some interesting comments made by his former teammate. PSG goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma appears to have taken a subtle dig at Mbappé following PSG's qualification for the Champions League final after beating Arsenal 2-1 on Wednesday night, 3-1 on aggregate. Speaking to Prime Video after the match, Donnarumma said, "The spirit has changed. We are much more of a team. We play for each other. The team is very united. We're doing well together." He then added, "We miss Kylian. He is one of the best in the world, and I wish him all the best because he is a great friend." These comments have been interpreted by many as a thinly veiled criticism of Mbappé, suggesting that PSG is now more cohesive and team-oriented following his departure. It's worth noting that this will be PSG's second Champions League final appearance, having previously lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich in 2020 when Mbappé was still with the team. Meanwhile, Mbappé's first season with Real Madrid has been a mixed bag. After a challenging start, he has found his form, scoring an impressive 36 goals in 52 appearances across all competitions. However, the team's performance overall has been below expectations, with Madrid being knocked out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals against Arsenal, losing the Copa del Rey final, and currently trailing Barcelona in La Liga. This situation raises interesting questions about whether Mbappé made the right career move, especially if PSG goes on to win the Champions League without him. But for Real Madrid fans, the focus remains on how to build the strongest team around their new superstar. Our third story focuses on the upcoming El Clásico against Barcelona this Sunday, May 11th, at 4:15 p.m. local time at Montjuic Stadium. This match could potentially decide the La Liga title race, with Barcelona currently leading Real Madrid by 4 points with just 4 games remaining in the season. Barcelona has already gotten the better of Real Madrid 3 times this season, defeating Los Blancos in the Spanish Super Cup final, the previous La Liga meeting, and most recently in the Copa del Rey final just 2 weeks ago with a 3-2 victory in extra time. This gives Barcelona's coach Hansi Flick a perfect 100% win record against Carlo Ancelotti in competitive Clásico meetings so far. However, Barcelona might be at a disadvantage heading into this match, having just been eliminated from the champions. League semi-finals by Inter Milan after a grueling 120 minutes in Italy on Tuesday night. In contrast, Real Madrid, who exited the competition in the quarterfinals, have had a full week of rest since their 3-2 victory over Celta Vigo last weekend. In terms of team news, Real Madrid has fewer injury concerns compared to Barcelona. Carlo Ancelotti will be without Ferland Mendy due to a muscle injury, and Eduardo Camavinga's season has ended due to a tendon injury. Antonio Rudiger is also unavailable as he recovers from knee surgery. On a positive note, Rodrigo Goes, who missed last weekend's match due to fever, has returned to full training and should be available for selection, though he may face competition from in-form youngster Arda Güler. For Barcelona, they have several injury concerns. Robert Lewandowski, while believed to be fully fit, hasn't started a game in 3 weeks and may lack match sharpness. Alejandro Balde is unlikely to recover from his hamstring injury in time for the match, and Jules Koundé has been ruled out as well. Looking at the expected lineups, for Real Madrid, we anticipate seeing Courtois, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Asensio, Garcia, Ceballos, Modric, Güler, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., and of course, Mbappé leading the attack. A victory for Barcelona would put them 7 points clear and allow them to potentially secure the title in midweek against Espanyol. However, if Real Madrid wins, the gap would narrow to just 1 point with 3 games remaining, setting up a thrilling finale to the La Liga season. Our final story today concerns potential changes to Real Madrid's defensive lineup next season. Reports suggest that the club is looking to move on from David Alaba this summer, with the Austrian international struggling to regain his top form since returning from a serious knee injury that sidelined him for more than a year. Alaba is currently out for the remainder of the campaign with another knee issue, and sources close to the club believe he may have played his final match for Los Blancos. The 32-year-old currently has the second highest salary at the Bernabeu, behind only Kylian Mbappé, and with ongoing concerns about his fitness, a summer departure seems increasingly likely. Meanwhile, it appears that Raúl Asensio, Antonio Rudiger, and Eder Militao are all set to remain with the club next season, providing continuity in defense. However, Jesus Vallejo, whose contract expires at the end of June, is expected to leave the club. These defensive departures could explain the club's interest in Alessandro Bastoni, as we mentioned earlier. The potential signing of the Inter Milan star would significantly strengthen Madrid's backline and provide a long-term replacement for Alaba. Taking a step back to analyze these developments, it's clear that Real Madrid is at a crucial juncture. The club's pursuit of Alessandro Bastoni signals an intent to strengthen a defense that has shown vulnerabilities this season. At 26, Bastoni represents a long-term investment who could become the cornerstone of Madrid's backline for years to come. The upcoming El Clásico will be a defining moment for both the season and potentially for Mbappé's early legacy at the club. Despite his impressive goal tally, the French superstar was brought to Madrid to help deliver trophies, and a victory against Barcelona could salvage what has otherwise been a disappointing campaign by Real Madrid's lofty standards. Donnarumma's comments also raise interesting questions about team chemistry versus individual brilliance. While Mbappé is undoubtedly one of the world's best players, his departure seems to have fostered a greater sense of unity at PSG. This serves as a reminder that even in a sport often dominated by superstars, team cohesion remains paramount. That wraps up today's biggest stories from the world of Real Madrid. To recap, Florentino Perez is eyeing Inter Milan's Alessandro Bastoni in a potential $85 million deal. Donnarumma appeared to take a dig at Mbappé after PSG reached the Champions League final. We've got a title-deciding El Clásico coming up this Sunday, and there's a potential defensive shakeup on the horizon, with Alaba likely departing. What do you think about these developments? Would Bastoni be worth the $85 million price tag? And do you believe Real Madrid can turn the tide against Barcelona this weekend? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.